Look, if I was an Italian plumber whose girlfriend was constantly being imprisoned in castles by an evil fire-breathing lizard, I would simply not take part in recreational go-kart races with aforementioned lizard. Look, you're free to have that grudge, but honestly, bro, that's on you. And your deep-rooted racism towards another culture's representation of friendship is severely outdated. Bowser is hurt. This is why everyone loves Wario now. Well, good morning, you sleepyhead. Welcome back to EmKay. My name is Jack, the snack that will smile back if you subscribe for merely $6 a month. And you're here to enjoy some brand new sentences. A subreddit consisting of talented individuals who make you feel extremely inadequate in your improvisation skills. So, get in a nice, comfy, tight, cozy position and enjoy today's video. Good idea. Marry a blacksmith so you can get free swords whenever. Better idea. Become a miner and then marry a blacksmith so he can have the required materials for you to get free swords whenever. Now you're thinking too small. Make a harem and marry a full production chain. Ah, monopoligamy. Frogs are hilarious. I mean, they're mostly just a mouth, but with just enough leg to throw the mouth at food. Yeah, but don't forget their tongue. Just want to remind people of that so we can be extremely thankful that they are not our predators. Like, if they were the size of, like, an elephant or a lion, Look, I may have a fear of extremely giant frogs, okay? Once I pimp-slapped a seagull into a cafe. I thought it was a ball being thrown at me, but it was a flying gull, and I instinctively batted it away and into a cafe table full of people. The chaos was unimaginable. No, I'm very clearly imagining it right now, and it... I'm sorry, just the second reaction you would have had upon whacking it and realizing, upon contact, that was a very feathery ball. Also, the velocity of your pimp slap would have been very, very hard considering how much effort you'd have to put into stopping a ball hitting you in the face at such high speed. The men's bathroom at the Kansas City War Memorial is one of the most unhinged pieces of architecture known to man. It comes with an array of unique features, such as a pee window, a staircase, double toilet stall, and most stalls have no locks. A real nut-up or shut-up type situation. Hey man, do you mind? What? This is window. I'm looking out of it. I'm allowed to look out of windows. Come on, man. I can't do this when people are watching. I am a tourist! You shall let me appreciate the beauty of this city where I see fit. I guess if it's for the economy. Everyone on the floor of my hotel has seemingly ordered pungent food from different continents, and the hallway scent can be best described as loud pork sauna. Okay, but how do you exactly smell an audible volume? Okay, boomer, socialist e-girl shows her $2 million apartment. Says tax the rich only means billionaires. Yeah! The good old classic, here's the way I think the world should work unless it applies to me. I love dogs who are obsessed with licking people. This human is pleasing to me. I have to put my tongue on it. Dogs treat us like we treat cool rocks. Your relationship to rocks is apparently very different than mine. I'm also just distracted by the fact that both their usernames sound like some sort of college subjects. Advanced Procrastination 101. Surprise dentistry. Train to be a dentist, but you never tell the patient what you're doing to them. Why do cowboys always ride off into the sunset? Wouldn't it make more sense to ride off into the sunrise? So you have the day to travel? Like, bro, the sun's going down. It's getting dark. You'll have to stop and make camp in like 20 minutes because, I'm pretty sure your horse doesn't have headlights. Every culture invents the sword, fried dough, and fermentation. There's a basic human need to stab someone and then have beer and donuts. Someone make a religion out of this. I'd follow it. I hate when people in movies or TV are reading ancient languages and they translate everything really smoothly and poetically. Like, as if when people who study ancient languages aren't consulting 3 different commentaries and sobbing profusely when we read. Meanwhile, in a universe where movies are actually realistic. Okay, so, it says, come you all into the deepest cavern, or maybe that's a fireplace. It depends on usage, and having come, may you give your treasures, skin, pants? I don't know, something, to the about to be adored guy. That one who... Okay, no, he either causes earthquakes or sleeps a lot. I think this might be an idiom. Okay, sorry that took so long, and hate to disappoint, but I'm still not entirely sure what it means. Like, it could be something about a religious ceremony, or it could be a pee-pee joke. Leaning towards a pee-pee joke. Might be both. Knowing the ancients, probably both. This could very well be an ancient pee-pee temple, and we should probably leave. Wait a minute. What's that rumbling?
Oh god, that's not rumbling. They've awoken!
Standing next to sunflowers always makes me feel weak. Like, look at this freaking flower. This flower is taller than I am. This flower is winning, and I am losing. Wow, you are not ready to hear about trees.
What?
Does anyone else pack underwear for a trip like they're planning on pooping themselves twice for every day they're gone?
Everybody gangsta until the Vindaloo hits the Cobra like Mentos hits Coke.
Today I learned raccoons were able to open 11 of 13 complex locks in fewer than 10 tries and had no problems repeating the action when the locks were rearranged or turned upside down. They can also remember the solutions to tasks for up to 3 years. The day the octopi and the raccoons form an alliance is the day humanity will perish. We'd have far more to fear if crows and raccoons united. Crows, raccoons, and octopi. The triumvirate of cleverness on air, land, and sea. Okay, but guys, we have drones. We have tanks. Pretty sure we're pretty good against animals that are good at unlocking things.
Sir, a raccoon's managed to pick the lock of our tank door!
Oh my god, ew! Ah! Hey you fathoming? Huh? You freaking perceiving over there? Comprehending? Beholding, even? Feminine pup. It must be exhausting being a vampire and eating someone who gets off to it. I'd take psychic damage too if my lasagna was into vor. I know we're not supposed to make fun of our students while we're grading, but this is not making fun. I promise. Nothing but respect to the woman who began her marijuana law final paper as a Pisces. And because people are wondering, yes, she made it work. The customer is always wrong. Suck my pee-pee. You don't know clink. I work here, not you. As a customer, that's fair to be honest. Couples that call each other king and queen pass out at stoplights on Xanax. No smart appliances in this house. Absolute freaking moron appliances only. My toaster is there to make bread hot, not to tweet what time I ate breakfast or whatever the frick. Don't need my goddamn microwave to snitch to the NSA. If I am somehow forced to own a smart appliance, likely due to a lack of availability, I will figure out how to take the computer out and make it dumb. Yes, my ally. Lobotomize your coffee maker. I freaking love Irish slang. Like, it's the most creative craft ever. Today, I heard a coffin being referred to as a hood and onesie. In the sentence, ah, Jesus, my nanny looks better than you. And she's in a bleeding wooden onesie.
And it was honestly life-changing.
What would a mass grave be then? The dirt sofa? Shower thoughts. Society looks up to a man who set foot on the moon, and yet looks down on men who have crammed large amounts of rocks into their genitals. What? I agree. What?
I crammed 40 freaking pebbles into my pee-pee and I got suspended from school.
How elastic is your foreskin, sir? How I wanted the first lines of my story to be. Serious, poetic, something to look back on and slap your forehead at because of the hidden foreshadowing. The actual first lines of my story. It's nice to know that when everything goes to hell, raccoons will never judge you. Only haunt your waking nightmares with their tiny, tiny hands. I am a lethal giraffe and 10 out of 10 would rather read a story with a second beginning. Are you writing a story about raccoons? I'm writing a story about dragons. I have zero regrets on naming my Roomba.
Floor requires your attention.
Floor is stuck near a cliff. You may think you're cool, but you'll never be as cool as a Mongolian shepherd with an AK-47 and a pet snow leopard. It's like someone just bought all the high-tier cosmetics for their shepherd simulator. I think if I were a Jedi, I would make it my life mission to make Yoda angry. I would give anything to hear his little goblin voice mutter the words, "Thin freaking ice you are on," and click his little cane on the ground. I would do anything. Kick him as I'm walking and be like, "Oh, sorry, didn't see you there." Go with him to the market and try to buy him for 4 credits and say, "Oh, my bad, I thought you were a head of cabbage." Raise all the chairs in the Jedi temple just an inch. Catch him while he's sleeping and paint his little nails and then be like, "Odd that someone caught you slipping, Master Yoda. Oh, wonder who could have done that." Leave crumbs in his seat at the Jedi Council. I mean, I would do anything. Guy who tried to kill Regan is out of prison and writing love songs on YouTube. Oh no. Are we getting people fame because of their familiarity and the fact that they attempted murder? Let's not create celebrities out of this sort of thing, please. Delicious. What a lovely, wholesome feeling of a fulfilling video. If you've watched this far into the video, then you visually agreed to the contract we've been sneaking into various clips of this whole video today. And so we will be coming around shortly to take away your liver. Of course, provided you actually read the contract properly, you'd know that if you just liked and subscribed to this channel, then you'd be fine. You wouldn't have to, lose your liver today. So I'm just gonna trust you've done that. We will be keeping track of those who don't. Otherwise, if you'd like to look at some more content, why not check out more videos on the channel? We have so much on offer for you. But in the meanwhile, it is time for me to leave. So I shall tuck you in, wish you good night. I'm just going to leave this lovely little glass of water here for you if you need it, if you get a bit thirsty at all. Little kiss on the forehead. Mwah. You have a good night now. Just ignore the guy in the corner of the room with the tall, lanky arms and claws for hands. Don't worry about him. Don't look at him in the eyes. And I'll see you tomorrow morning.